Sometimes I just be losing my mind. Sometimes I just be lying to be lying. Sometimes I wish I could quit my 9 to 5 and make music from 9 to 9 and have a hell of a time. See,
Welcome to Some Shit to Think About with your host, Anthony Beastie Barron, episode number 3. So excited to have you here, whether you're watching or you're listening. Just glad to get the ball rolling, get this thing going, get a little bit more comfortable with it. By this time, this should be on Apple or Spotify. We're working on it. I know I said it in the last couple episodes, but by this point, you should definitely be able to buy my book. The link will be in the description. It's titled Unlocking the God Within, and it's an ebook actually. But it's my first book, but I think it'll help out. I know it'll help out a lot of people. It's a philosophical book about self-actualization and just realizing the power that we all have, and just the power in being your most authentic self and how that kind of sets you free from the illusion. I know we've mentioned that a couple times, and just living authentically as your best self. So go cop the book and let me know if you don't like it, if you don't find any value in it. I'll give you your money back. But I know for a fact that it has a lot of value in it. It'll have a lot of value for people, and I think it'll change some people's lives, to be honest with you. So go cop the book. Tap in with my blog as well. My blog has a lot of the same topics I talk about here on the podcast, and it's usually out a little bit earlier. I usually make the pods based off what I'm doing on the blog. So if you're more of a reader, more of a literary person, don't really like watching or listening, go tap in with the blog. The link is in the description as well. It's also, titled Some Shit to Think About. It's all under the same umbrella. So tap in with that, as well as just me on social media, because I'm giving out a lot of shit to think about constantly. But we'll get into today's episode. We're talking about something near and dear to my heart. Everything I guess I talk about is going to be near and dear to my heart, or I wouldn't be talking about it. But today's topic is a key pillar for all success, really, man. It's a key pillar for living as your most authentic self, and it's a major key for getting out of the illusion or using the illusion to your advantage. And what I'm talking about is confidence, self-confidence, or just confidence in general. So we're going to be talking about what confidence is, what my philosophy on it is, the difference between confidence and cockiness, as well as just like my confidence journey, because, I wasn't always the most confident person. There's definitely things I still have to work on as well. And I want to be able to relate to you guys a little bit more. I want to, get a little bit more vulnerable, get a little bit more personal, and start developing a better relationship, because I realized in the last couple episodes that I don't really talk about myself as much as I probably should. So I definitely want to let you guys in on a little piece of me, how Anthony has become so confident, and like I said, the things I'm working on, and things that have kind of got me to this point. But we're going to get into this confidence topic and kind of just like my philosophy on confidence. So I feel like confidence is just an unwavering belief in oneself, no matter what the situation is, as well as having the ability to not allow others or outside forces to affect the way you think or way you feel about yourself. You know what I mean? And I feel like to talk about confidence, you have to talk about the things that undermine it. And those things, in my opinion, are fear and doubt. I feel like if you have any ounce of fear and doubt anywhere in your mind, anywhere in your inner matrix, you got to annihilate that. Step on it, squish it, squash it, kill it, because fear and doubt cannot live inside of you, man. It's the easiest way to kill confidence. It's the easiest way. So we got to get rid of that, right? Because I feel like everybody, like every individual is born with confidence. Like, why do you think kids have no fear? You know what I mean? Like, some can say obviously because they're kids, they don't know any better, which is true. But I feel like it's because they're not in the illusion yet. Like they're just here experiencing life, so they feel like there's nothing that they can't do. So they're willing to jump off the swings and hit a backflip, right? They're willing to try and jump over the coffee table every time, you know what I mean, without a running start, because why not, right? They have the confidence to do so. But it's not until they jump off the swing and land a little bit wrong, and might break their arm or their ankle, or they might jump over a coffee table and break the vase, and get mom and dad involved, and where they kind of, that confidence starts to shrink. They start to get people inducing that fear and doubt onto them, because if they break a bone or something, or they scrape themselves, like, they'll heal, it'll be fine. Like, that's really nothing. But I feel like the more detrimental thing is the constant, like I said, the constant fear and doubt that's kind of being put on them. If you got to hear from your mom, dad, older brother about why you shouldn't be jumping over swings or jumping off swings, or why you shouldn't be jumping from couch to couch 24/7, is it's gonna be hard not to shake that off. It's gonna be hard to have the same confidence, the same will to want to do that. And I feel like that's kind of the same with just confidence overall, right? I feel like as soon as we start to let people or just outside forces, put that fear and doubt into us, this is when we start to get unconfident. It's when we start to, build up, insecurities and whatnot, because I feel like confidence is simple, right? It comes from just preparation. Confidence comes from preparation, being prepared. And that's something that a coach of mine kind of drilled into me, in college. He was a great dude. Got a love-hate relationship with him, because he definitely, he said a lot of good things like that. And he kind of got me to a point where, I was super, mentally tough and really, really disciplined and stuff. But there's a lot of other stuff we won't even have to get into why I don't like him. But he really harped on confidence, and confidence coming from preparation, and how you prepare is how you perform. So obviously it's easy to relate that to athletics, because you're constantly working on your craft and whatnot. But I feel like it's easily relatable to any aspect of life, whether we're talking about self-confidence, or confidence in your business, or confidence in whatever it may be, right? So I feel like if you have things that you aren't confident about, it definitely takes effort to overcome that and become more confident. But it's not the hardest thing. Like I said, it's pretty simple. You just have to prepare yourself, right? But before you even do that, you have to be honest with yourself. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people aren't really about, because it's easy to say, yeah, just be honest with yourself, be humble enough to point out your flaws. But in today's day and age, nobody really likes taking that accountability to really look themselves in the mirror and be like, okay, like, this is something that I'm not good at, or something that I need to work on, something I need to address, so I can become the best version of myself, so I can, be comfortable living in my skin and being my most authentic version of myself. So I feel like when you're running into problems with confidence, especially self-confidence, I feel like you have to do some deep diving, and really see what it is that you don't like about yourself, because there's nobody's perfect, right? Nobody just views themselves perfectly 24/7. So be humble and be honest enough to kind of point out what things that you want to become better at, things that you want to attack. And then once you kind of identify that, now you can just get prepared, right? So for example, say you might be insecure about your skin, or like your weight, right? So now that we've identified, those are two things that we're insecure about, these things we might not be the most confident about. Now let's just research as much as we can, right? Let's figure out, all the different skin types, right? Let's figure out what causes acne, what different types of acne, and how to treat it all. Let's figure out, the different types of fat, right? The different types of foods that increase fat versus foods that reduce it. Let's just do as much research on the topics that we're insecure about as possible, because the more that you learn about it, the more comfortable you will be with it, right? And because a lot of times when there's things we're insecure about, or things that we don't like, we kind of like block it off. We don't even acknowledge that type of stuff. We kind of subconsciously keep ourselves away from it. So I feel like the more you learn about it, the more you kind of research it, the more you'll be able to just get comfortable with it. And then after you kind of get that knowledge, get that comfort, you'll be able to attack it, right? So you learn what causes acne, right? You learn how to keep your skin more clean or whatever it may be. You learn what your, skin type is. And the same with the weight, right? You learn the areas that you need to target, to get the ideal body, of your dreams. You learned what foods you need to be eating, the workouts you need to be doing. So now let's start putting it into action, right? Let's take the plan and start putting it into action so we can be as prepared as possible. So now you just start doing it, right? And throughout the process, like, obviously it's not, you're not going to see the results day one, but while you're in the process of kind of transforming yourself and taking yourself to that new level, you got to just mentally convince yourself that you already got it. Because confidence is 100% mental. Like, it's not anything physical, like no clothes, no car, no, no material thing can bring you true confidence. It's 100% up here. So the more you kind of trick yourself into believing you're already the type of person that has great skin, that loves the skin that you're in, that has a rocking body and loves the body that you have, like, the more you can already convince yourself that you are already that person, the more your actions will follow it, and it'll be easier, right? It'll be easier to pick up, the water instead of the soda, right? It'll be easier to decide to wake up early and go for a jog versus sleeping in, right? Because you're going to be like, well, what does, a fit person do? Like, what does a person with good skin do? And you'll start embodying that and becoming it. And, you give yourself 3 to 6 months of just like real consistency, and before you know it, you're going to be that person, right? So, and then after that, it's a wrap. Like, you can walk in a whole different light, right? People are going to notice, you're going to be introduced to just a whole new way of life, because it's like, okay, like, the things that you used to be insecure about, things that you used to be kind of shy about, things you used to kind of run away from, now you're running, head on into it. Like, now you're okay with, going to the beach, right? And taking off the top, or, wearing, a two-piece, or, you're more comfortable in trying different things like modeling, or, something, or getting into makeup or whatever it may be. Like, you're just going to open up a whole new world, being more confident in the things that you were insecure about, as well as being able to just kind of take the jokes that kind of come with it. Instead of, if someone would have cracked a joke about, your skin or your body, 3 months ago, before you started doing that self-work, before you started getting really prepared on, what you want it to be, it probably hurt, it'd probably be something you think about, late at night, right? Once you kind of get away from the whole crowd and whatnot. But now that you have this, this confidence, it's nothing, you could actually genuinely laugh at it and not take it any type of personal, or not, really feel any way about it. So I feel like, once you have that foundation, and once you really prepared yourself on whatever it is that you want to be confident in, there's no going back, and there's a whole new world ahead of you, when you're walking in that confidence. And you can take that same principle and apply it to, other things that you're not confident about. And it doesn't have to be physical things, it could be mental things. It could be, being less procrastinated. It could be, learning a new language, whatever it may be, right? Whatever the things that you aren't as confident as about, as long as you just understand that, confidence comes from preparation, and that it requires an unwavering belief in yourself, and to not allow any others to, make you feel any type of way about it, then you're going to be golden. You're going to be walking in a whole new light. It's going to be damn near like a whole new person. So I feel like that kind of leads right into the whole confidence versus cockiness, right? So say you now, like, you have this newfound confidence, right? You're stepping different, you're walking different, you're acting different. Well, what's the difference between someone that's just happily confident in themselves and someone that's cocky, right? Because I'm sure we've all ran into people that are cocky, right? And it's no fun, really. Like, it's kind of like, oh, look at this guy, look at her, you can tell, right? But I feel like it's kind of tricky, because I feel like anyone that's cocky is clearly confident. They have confidence, right? But not everyone that is confident is cocky. You know what I mean? So it is kind of like a fine line, but I feel like there's a fundamental difference between the both of them. And I feel like confidence is a you versus you type of thing. It's something that you establish within yourself, and something that you maintain with yourself, and something that you know and you own, and you're good 100% with that. I feel like cockiness is different. I feel like cockiness comes from, wanting approval, right? It's come from wanting everyone to know, everyone else to know and acknowledge the fact that you're good at something, right? Or that you're super confident in something, right? And a lot of times cockiness is it's come from insecurities. You're probably insecure about something else in your life that you're not as good at or that you're not as confident about. So you want to mask that by, having this ultimate supreme confidence, and kind of make others feel bad in the process because that there's things that you need to work on personally, but since you're so good at this, you're just gonna ride with that, right? So I feel like the easiest comparison you can kind of make is like you take two people that have a lot of money, right? But one is super cocky and one is super confident. So you take these two people and you put them in a party, put them in the same room together. And I feel like it'll be kind of immediate. You'll be able to tell the difference, right? Dude that's confident, like he'll probably, have like dress, in designer, have money or whatnot. But I feel like it'll be a little bit more seamless, right? I feel like, it'll kind of blend in a little bit. Like it can still be, expensive clothes, all that stuff, nice car and stuff, but it won't scream, look at me, opposed to the cocky person. Like they're going to have on, the designer head to toe and whatnot, but it's going to be like, oh yeah, like it's clear, it's clear as day. This dude's got loot and he's got bread and he wants everyone to kind of know that he has money, you know what I mean? And you progress into the party or progress in the room and, the confident person, he's gonna be talking to people as if they're regular people and trying to add any type of value he can, and really kind of just, understand what's going on, show just basic human, emotions or basic human social etiquette, showing empathy, trying to just, understand people and kind of help out wherever he can and, just be normal, so to speak. Versus someone that's cocky, they're probably not going to really be trying to listen to other people unless they appear as if they have just as much or more money than them, right? Since that's kind of like their big focus, they're super cocky. Like they're only going to be concerned about being around people that might, like I said, have as much money as them. So, it appears like, these are the people with money, right? Or if they are in conversations or whatnot, they're gonna be talking about how much money they have. They're gonna be talking about, how they, just went to Dubai and, and then stopped in Turks and Caicos. They're gonna be talking about all that so they can get that reassurance that they know, oh yeah, this person has money and everyone in the room knows that this person has money, And like I said, the confident person isn't really gonna be like that. They're obviously, they know that they have money. They know that, that's a strong suit about them, but they're more worried about just basic human things, having a good time and helping people out, so like confident people don't really have to talk about the things that they're confident in, it's just kind of there. They understand it, and that's all that really matters to them. If LeBron walked into the room, I doubt that he'd introduce himself as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. I'm sure he'd probably not even mention basketball. That'd probably be the last thing he talks about because people understand that and it's something he's confident in. Versus someone's cocky, that's all they're going to talk about. They're not going to talk about any other endeavors besides that. So I feel like a major difference between just the whole cocky and confident thing is just that confidence is really just, it comes from a place within, right? It comes from, someone just being themselves and wanting to, be the best at whatever it is, that they do, or just be the best version of themselves and, kind of walk in that light and understand, their worth and understand who they are and what they bring to the table, opposed to being cocky. It's just like, nah, dude, like I'm this and if you're not up here with me, then you're less than, or I'm this and I want everybody to know it, and everybody, it's just more focused on other people rather than just being yourself, and rather just, having an understanding or just having true confidence, right? Cockiness is more geared towards other people. So if that sounds like you, don't be as cocky, right? Be more confident. And that's something that even people could even accuse me of, cause if you follow me, I post a lot, right? I definitely, I'm confident in the way I look. I'm confident in the way just in who I am. So I put myself out there as much as possible. But I've definitely had people, tell me that I'm way too cocky, right? More so females than anything, to be honest with you, women, I should say. But, I've definitely had women kind of be like, dude, like, we get it. We know you look good. You know what I mean? Like, you need to chill that shit out because it's not cute, right? It's just not da-da-da-da. And it's like, dude, like, I'm not really doing this kind of for you guys. Like, I know, like, yeah, I do know that I look good, and I want to, embrace it. I want to celebrate that, and I want to, obviously show it off as much as possible because, like, I didn't always look like this, right? I didn't always kind of, have the same frame and have the same, the body that I have, and, just everything I do have. So it's not even about, getting approval from all of you all. It's just more so I can, go back and look on my page and be like, damn, like that's a good looking fella, you know what I mean? And he's talking about something, you know what I mean? So everything I kind of do stems from just me being me, you know what I mean? And that's kind of a smooth kind of segue to even get talking about just how I have maintained my confidence, how I've got confidence and maintained it. Because, like I said, everyone is definitely born with confidence, but coming from where I come from, I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and being intellectual, right, it wasn't really the coolest thing, you know what I mean? Like having conversations like this, having more deeper talks and stuff like that, it really wasn't like the hot thing, right? It was a lot of sports or just like street stuff, right? And I always personally knew that I wasn't about like the street shit. Like I just knew that I wasn't built for it. I didn't even really want to be, right? Because I watched the gangster movies, right, and they never really end too well. But because I kind of, I definitely played sports, don't get me wrong. I wasn't the best athlete or whatnot, but I have fun and I did it. But, since that was kind of like the only thing I really had, I didn't really, I couldn't always necessarily like be myself, so to speak, right? Because I wasn't already really interested in a lot of different things. People around me were interested in, like, that's why I only have, a few friends that are like-minded because they were, willing to, engage in those type of conversations, talk about those different things and kind of be a little bit different. So like I was, I was always kind of confident, but it just kind of depended on, who I was around, you know what I mean? And I was fortunate enough to have, two great parents in my life that always affirmed, that I am whoever I want to be, right? That that I look good, that I'm special, that I am, just a great individual. And that kind of helped me, always just hearing that, it helped me realize that I am different, I am special, I am Anthony, I am Beastie, right? And so that kind of helped me throughout life. And coming out to Colorado, I moved out here for high school, and that was kind of like a complete reset for me, right? Because the life in Milwaukee was, like I said, it was way different. I wasn't really exposed to a lot of positive things. Like, don't get me wrong, like there were a lot of good that did come from Milwaukee. A lot of, like I said, relationships that I made. I do have some friends and stuff, but the more often than not, I was kind of exposed to just like things that weren't conductive of the lifestyle that I was trying to live. So, I took a risk, moved out here with my pops, and this was right before high school, right? This is right, and, you're really kind of becoming who you are, right? So I figured, I was like, screw it. Like and in Colorado, like I'm Beastie, like I'm Beastie Baron, like I'm a completely different person, So I started dressing a little bit different. I started just really being who I wanted to be, right? And I was lucky enough to find like-minded individuals, people that were more open-minded and that kind of accepted me for who I was, right? The things that I'm interested in, the things that I liked. And don't get me wrong, like it wasn't, I wasn't just accepted off rip, right? It was definitely a process, right? And I definitely had to stay true to who I felt I am, or who I felt I was, and the things I believed in, the things that I liked, right? I had to stay true to just, who I was, because a lot of people didn't, a lot of people didn't really rock with that, and that's fine, it's everybody doesn't have to like me, everybody doesn't have to accept me, but I feel like me remaining loyal to myself kind of did attract people, you know what I'm saying, over time. It'd be like, all right, like, he's been the same dude since he has came out here, you know what I mean? This dude from Milwaukee, like, what the hell is Milwaukee, right? People don't even think black people come from Milwaukee, right? A lot of people couldn't even point out Wisconsin on the map. But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I was so prideful in that, the fact that, you know, like I said, I was rocking, you know what I'm saying, like polos and cardigans and stuff, like, it wasn't really stuff that was cool, you know what I mean, at the time. It wasn't really stuff that, like, black people did, you know what I'm saying, especially just kind of talking the way I do and talking about the things that I do talk about, because I'm not really much of a surface level person, but just maintaining that authenticity and maintaining just the confidence, it helped me grow it, you know what I mean? It helped me become, you know what I'm saying, I feel like the best version of myself, right? And kind of grow throughout time and meet like-minded people that were, you know what I'm saying, were willing to accept me, willing to just help me become the best version of myself, right? Because I feel like when we're all kind of on this journey of just, you know what I'm saying, like being ourselves or just figuring out who we are, it definitely helps to have people around you that see the best in you, right? The people that see all the good qualities in you and, you know, kind of speak to that, opposed to people that are just haters, you know what I'm saying, opposed to people that see all the good stuff in you and feel threatened by it, you know what I mean? I was fortunate enough to find a real good friend group, people that I still rock with to this day, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I definitely have homies from the city, from Milwaukee, that I still rock with, for sure, but I definitely have more out in Colorado, just because I feel like, you know, I've gravitated towards people that have a good, you know, amount of self-confidence, people that have a lot of authenticity about themselves, and that's just kind of helped me maintain my self-confidence, as well as just doing the work, you know what I'm saying? Being, that's that confidence comes from preparation, being prepared to defend who I am, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't even say defend it, but just kind of just stand on my morals when times get tough and people want to, you know what I'm saying, challenge you. People want to really see what you're about, see, you know what I'm saying, what type of person you are. So I feel like just constantly, you know what I mean, reminding myself of who I am and being open to change, right? I remember when I moved out here, I had short hair, I had waves, right? And I thought I'd never get locks, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things I thought I'd never do. A lot of things I probably said that I'd never do that I'm doing now, or that, you know what I'm saying, I have done or have experienced. So, like, being able to just try new things and keep an open mind also has helped, you know what I'm saying, my self-confidence, helped me, you know what I'm saying, maintain a level of authenticity, because, you know, as you grow, you know what I'm saying, things change, you know what I'm saying, your mind expands, it opens, and you're going to be willing to, you know, just grow and develop a little bit and not be so stuck in your ways, you know what I'm saying, and be willing to kind of see things from the other side. So I feel like just being able to just live freely, you know what I mean, live openly and just be myself however I felt, you know what I mean, it just kind of helped me maintain that confidence, and it helped me just be authentic and just listen to my intuition and listen to myself really on things that felt right or wrong, you know what I mean, because without believing in myself, without having this confidence, I wouldn't be able to sit up here and talk to you guys and have this platform. I wouldn't be able to, you know, post as much as I do, because I'd be worried about, you know, how it's received from everyone else. You know, like, it's not really about me at this point. Like, I feel like my purpose was, I was put here to inspire people to become the best version of themselves as authentically as possible. So I feel like the only way that I can do that is by living out my most authentic self, by being my most authentic self. So that's what I do. Like, that's kind of the purpose behind everything that I put out. It's not necessarily to be seen, not necessarily to, you know what I'm saying, make money go viral and stuff like that. That's cool, but I'm just trying to help somebody else. I hope I, you know what I'm saying, inspire some type of, I wouldn't say change, but just inspire something within you to, you know, allow you to be your most authentic self and allow you to, you know, just have that confidence and not really give into the illusion, because that shit's real, as we know from the last couple episodes. And man, I'm glad that you guys stuck around. I'm glad that we're good. We're doing this. We're getting this rolling, because I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about, man. I hope this was some shit for you to think about. Hope you can leave this thinking about something, talking about something, and go tell a friend, you know what I mean? Like, we're only getting better, we're only getting bigger, and this is just a start. Like, I plan on doing this for a while now, and I'm I'm just all for it. So definitely tap in with me on all the social medias at Beastie Baron, BEASTYBARRON. Gotta throw a major shout out to the ZOS company. Man, if you know, you know. If you don't, you'll know soon enough. But tap in with me, man. I appreciate you guys for listening, for tuning in, and just be on the lookout. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.
All the money you make, it don't matter. All the bitches you with, they don't matter. All the chains on your neck, it don't matter. And that watch on your wrist, it don't matter.